Hello, everyone. My name is Sheila, and I want to talk with you today about life insurance. I am a licensed life insurance agent, and I am licensed in several states. And my mission or my goal for this year is to educate people about life insurance. Statistics state that 55% of Americans do not have life insurance. And I personally believe that this number is so high because of the lack of knowledge. And so today, with this video, I'm just sharing the basics of life insurance, and I hope that it educates you and that you learn something new from this video. Most importantly, if you do not have life insurance, I hope that it encourages you to get it. And if you have life insurance, which is great, I hope that it encourages you to look at your policy and start analyzing and making sure that you have enough coverage for your family. Okay? And so let's get into it. What is life insurance? Life insurance is a contract between an insurance company and yourself in which you agree to pay a premium in return for the insurance company's commitment to paying a set amount of money to a person of your choice upon your death. Right? The money that the insurance company agrees to pay is known as the death benefit. The person who receives the money is the beneficiary. Okay, so you pay a premium to an insurance company, and they agree upon your death to pay the set amount of money to the person that you have selected as a beneficiary. That's what life insurance is. Why should you get life insurance? There are many reasons to get life insurance, right? The main reason to get it is to secure a lifestyle or wealth for your family or your chosen beneficiary after you die. That's it. And the advantages of having it is, one, paying for funeral expenses. Funeral expenses are so expensive. I believe the starting price for a funeral these days are between 10,000, 12,000, probably even more. But your life insurance policy will pay for your funeral expenses. It will pay for any unpaid medical bills that you may have had prior to passing. It will pay for your student debt or any outstanding debts that you may have after your death. And it helps because your family will not have to assume the burden. When you die, your debt does not die with you. It now becomes the burden and the responsibility of your loved ones. Another advantage of having life insurance is you leave money behind to your family or to your spouse so that they can maintain the lifestyle they were accustomed to living while you were alive. Right? You don't really want much to change, right? They are already grieving you, and you don't want to have them have to deal with the burden of having to find finances or the burden of how they're going to live now. Right. Another advantage of purchasing life insurance is leaving an inheritance, right? Donating funds to a charitable cause, providing funds for college or paying off a mortgage, right? You want to set your children up if you have small children. Your life insurance policy can be used to pay for their college education. You have a house with your spouse. When you pass, your life insurance policy can pay off the mortgage. These are all things that will not allow your loved ones to assume the burden of. It also builds wealth. Life insurance policies have changed from back in the days. You can now use your life insurance policy as an investment option. Not only will you be paying into the death benefit, but you will also be paying into an investment option as well. And this is the beauty of it, right? Monies received from life insurance policies are tax-free. You don't pay any taxes on it. Life insurance policies provide many tax-free advantages, and that's the beauty of it. Right? So what type of life insurance policies? What types of life insurance policies are out there? There are two main categories of life insurance: term life and permanent life. That's it. Term life and permanent life. In the term life insurance category, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, you may choose life insurance for a specified length of time, right? and which is known as the term. With permanent life insurance, the length of the policy is for life. It's for life. And so while you only have one option for term life insurance, there are two types of permanent life insurance that you can receive. So let's go back to the term life insurance, right? Term life insurance, like I said, is purchased for a specific length of time, and it's usually between 10 to 30 years. So you can get a 10-year term, a 20-year term, or a 30-year term life insurance policy, right? They have no cash value, so there's no investment portion in the term life policy. And like I said, it ends at the end of that term. So if you have a 10-year term life insurance policy, after 10 years, it's over unless you had something called a convertible added to it. And what that simply means is that you added the option that at the end of your specified time on your term life insurance policies, that it can convert into a permanent. Okay, and it's usually more expensive. You won't be paying that premium that you're paying. You'll be paying probably double. But the blessing of a term life insurance policy is that it is the least expensive policy, that option that you can get. It's the least expensive. It is totally affordable. Okay. When in regards to the two types of permanent life insurance options, you can either get whole or universal life. Okay, let's talk about the whole. The whole life insurance has a set premium, and it's valid as long as you keep paying the premiums. So you are going to pay a set amount each month, and it will not ever change. Okay, this is a type of permanent life insurance, and it can build up cash value. It can build up cash value. And if you surrender the policy, it may be returned to you. And so that's the blessing in the whole life, right? You can build up cash value, and when you surrender the policy, they may give you back your money. Okay? The next type or option for permanent life insurance is called universal life insurance, right? And this kind of policy offers investment options, right? Your premiums, your monthly premiums or annual premiums that you pay may be adjusted over time based on how you decide to manage it. And so you get to manage this policy, right? And some of the factors include your investments, your cash value, and other options such as borrowing from your life insurance policy. So this is great because it has the cash value, you can invest in it, and there's options of you borrowing from this life insurance policy. Okay, so we got term life insurance, we got the two types of permanent, which is whole and universal. And I just want to add to make clear with term, if this can kind of help you understand, it's like you're renting life insurance from the company. Whereas with the permanent, you own it. Okay? And so there are some pros and cons that I kind of want to quickly go over with you, right? What are the pros of life insurance? One, you're providing financial security and a peace of mind for your family. Can't beat that, right? Another pro is that there's flexibility to use the funds from life insurance policy as the beneficiary sees fit. The beneficiary can use the funds from this policy however they choose. Another pro is that the premiums are fixed, so you know what to expect month after month in your budget or year after year in your budget. Permanent life insurance offers the possibility of building savings through investments. And so you can look at it as it being a savings account, right? I had a client purchase a policy for her 15-year-old daughter, permanent. Over the course of years, by the time this 15-year-old is 40 years old, they have over $700,000 in the investment portion of this policy. Set her daughter up for life. That's retirement money. That's money that she can use to do whatever she wants to do with it, tax-free. There are some cons, right? And let's go over the cons, right? For term life, after the term is up, if the death benefit is not paid, that means if you do not die, any premiums you pay into the policy are lost. You are not getting that money back, right? For whole life, for cash values or universal life, investment options do not yield the highest possible returns, right? So you shouldn't expect for your return to be as if you were directly investing it into the stock market, okay, or into the S&P. Another con is if you do not pay the premium, your policy will be canceled and you may have to take out a new life insurance policy later on down the line, which will be subject to your current age and the new medical exams. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that in a little while, right? But how much insurance do you need? How much insurance do you need? Since people will buy life insurance for various reasons, right? How much you need will depend on why you are buying and how it can fit into your budget, okay? And if you are looking to secure the financial well-being of your family, should you die unexpectedly, then you will need to review various personal factors to help you figure out how much you need. What I usually share with my clients is something called the DIME method. Okay. And this DIME method is used to calculate how much income their family will need per year to replace their loss of income, right? And so the DIME method, DIME, we look at the debt, your income, your mortgage, and education, right? Your debt, your total amount of debt. How much do you owe? Everything combined, credit cards, student loans, whatever debt you have, write that number down. I tell them to put it on paper. What's your yearly income? Write that number down. Do you have a mortgage? If you have a mortgage, how much is your mortgage annually? Write that number down. Education, do you have any student loans? Or do you want to pay for the pay for the education of your children? If so, how many years and how much do you anticipate paying? Once they have this basic number, and let's say it's $500,000 a year, right? I say, so how much life insurance would you need? You can do $500,000. If you just want to pay for 1 year, you can do $600,000. You can do $1 million. It's totally up to what the client decides to do. But this is the measure. This is the method. This is the measure that we use to at least give them a bottom line number, and they use that number as a guide. Okay, so it's called the DIME method. How much does life insurance cost? Life insurance can be as inexpensive as a few dollars a month to several hundred, right? All depends on the type of policy you're getting, whether it's term or permanent. And remember I said term is a lot more inexpensive than a permanent. But most life insurance companies offer various payment options to help make payments affordable, right? They want you to be covered. They want you to be covered. And so the cost of life insurance, I should say, the cost of life insurance will depend on a few factors, okay? Let's talk about those factors. The one is your age. How old are you at the time of applying for the policy? The younger you are, the less expensive it would be, okay? Like I said, my client got a policy for her 15-year-old daughter, a nice amount of policy, and she's only paying $50 a month, and it's also an investment policy. Another factor that's taken into consideration on how much you will pay for life insurance is your medical condition, your health, right? If you are a smoker or not, okay? You will 9 times out of 10 have to take a life insurance medical exam to be eligible for life insurance. Most companies do it nowadays, okay? Also, what factor will be taken into consideration is the amount of the death benefit. Of course, if you're getting a $100,000 policy versus a $500,000 policy, the $100,000 policy is going to be a lot cheaper, okay? And whether or not the policy has a cash value. So remember, if you have a policy that has a cash value, you're going to pay a little more because they're going to take a portion of that premium to invest it into the cash value, okay, or to the investment amount of your policy. Overall, the younger and healthier you are, the less expensive life insurance will be. So I want to go over a few key takeaways from this video today. There are a lot of options to choose when you are deciding on what kind of life insurance you need. Your age and your personal situation will dictate what the most needed life insurance coverage is for you, as well as how much you can afford. And so consider a few things, right? Consider that term life insurance can be used for short-term needs, permanent life insurance for long-term needs. Of course, again, term life insurance is a lot less expensive than permanent life insurance, right? Always review your life insurance choices, right? Every few years, if you have a policy, take it out. Every few years, go over it, right? Review it. Situations change. Okay, look at who your beneficiaries are. When you got your policy, you may have been married 10 years ago. Now, 10 years later, you're divorced and your ex-spouse is still your beneficiary. Get that thing changed. But most importantly, please get the opinion of a licensed life insurance agent or a financial advisor when you are making your choice. It is strongly recommended, okay, to use a professional to help you out and answer any questions you may have, okay? Because overall, you want to get what works best for you and your family, okay? And so I hope this video helped you today. If you do need assistance or if you have any more questions, please send me a message. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I'll be even more happier to get you covered if you have no insurance, okay? And so again, I'm Sheila. I hope that this was helpful to you today. Reach out to me. I want to help. Be blessed.